We come from from with this idea. Let's make something simple. Let's make this IKEA train set. Let's see if we can make it in VR. And it was everything but simple.
Thanks for joining us today. Tell us what your name is and what you're working on in VR.
Thanks for having me. I'm Diego from Sumalab. We're the developers of Crisis Brigade. I want to apologize in advance for my English. I try to to not make so many mistakes. I don't have many opportunities to try it.
Understand. I appreciate you. Are you Spanish?
Yeah, I'm Spanish.
And you're in
Uh,
Spain right now dealing with the coronavirus, right?
yeah, in Madrid.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sort of socially isolated here at home. When did you start in VR?
We started 2 years ago. We see the opportunity and we want to experience what's all this VR. That sounds very exciting. Our main activity in our company is not we develop web pages or videos, but I think every programmer has the secret dream about developing video games. So we see the opportunity there and jump into it.
Did you pick Quest for that first project, and why did you pick
No,
Quest for Crisis?
uh, for Crisis Brigade, we started with Steam. That is the simplest platform to develop because you don't have to worry much about performance issues like you have to do in other platforms. Um, we jumped to PSVR. I think with both the projects at the same time with Trainer VR and Crisis Brigade, and yeah, we hit a wall there. In our development was we didn't have these performance issues in account at the first time, so we have to make a lot of fixes and, and updates to make it work for PSVR. So
Mm.
once we have done all these performance upgrades, it was easy to make it work for the Quest.
What platforms are you on right now, and what is the status of the game on each of those platforms?
We are the Steam, HTC Vive, Oculus, Oculus Quest through SideQuest, and PSVR. We have released this latest update for co-op multiplayer. In every platform, we have a little delayed on PSVR about because we have to check for Plus members, for PlayStation Plus members, and for Oculus Quest. When we first tried the game, yeah, we have to make some other performance upgrades to make it work, but it was just some issues that we have managed to overcome.
And you've launched an itch.io page. Explain the itch
We're
page and what you're going for there.
It's for SideQuest because we come with SideQuest because we were rejected for our pitch for the official Quest store. So we come along with Quest with its developer that contacted us through Reddit, and we find it was an amazing platform for us indie developers to have our game available for everyone. So as it seems for the official store, we are not suitable for them, and we have already made the development. We we wanted to make everyone who installs this SideQuest platform to experience it. Uh, on this latest update, as we have to make some additional effort to develop these performance issues for the the last scene, the last stage of the game, the ransom. Um, we have we try to reapply our pitch for the Quest Store to make it worth, but we were rejected again.
You're one of the most downloaded apps on SideQuest. I wanna say it was 70 or 60 or 70,000 downloads. It's quite a lot. I'm assuming all those people, lots of them are gonna find the latest update with co-op. And hopefully, you're hoping that they will go to the Itch.io page and donate some money for your efforts. Um,
Yes.
After this, what's the plan? What can you do after launching this update?
We are actively developing the second part that I think it's a huge step forward graphics, and we've learned a lot on our way developing Trainer VR and Crisis Brigade. So our plans are we are focused completely on this new development of Crisis Brigade 2, and we take it this new update more like we want people to know us because we are a small studio, just well, five five teams, five members studio right now, but we are very small, and we every one of us is developing. For some of them with the 3D parts, some of them programming, so we don't have time or resources for marketing or social media. It's just me between in the time I find uh, when I'm on the couch.
So when you
Yeah,
move to Crisis 2, are you
yeah.
going to go Steam first there? Are you still hoping to make it compatible with Quest? What's sort of your thoughts there?
We're developing Steam first, but in a short time we're gonna release the PSVR version because we know in advance what we have to do to make it work in this platform. Not at the first time that we were going blind. And but for Quest, we're not making lot of efforts trying to make it work in Quest because we don't know if we're gonna make it through the speech process,
Well,
but we're gonna try.
if you see a lot of people sort of show up and really support your itch page, uh, do you think that might change your thinking if there's enough of an outpouring of support?
Sure, but
Mm.
this time we're gonna try first our pitch if it gets through, and then but anyway, if it doesn't work on the physical store, we will also have plans for releasing like we did on the first part for the quest
Okay.
on side quest.
So what were you thinking of when you built Crisis? What kind of games were you emulating?
Our main developers and the team are kids from the 90s. So we've played a lot of games, and Time Crisis was our clearly inspiration for making Crazy Brigade. And we have our little tributes so for some of their movies or video games that what we like in our childhood, like Batman, um, the one movie with Keanu Reeves and Patrick Rice, Point Break.
I was thinking of a
uh,
Virtual Cop and
yeah, Virtual Cop 2.
what's
Yeah,
what's the other one? There's a game I loved. The Die Hard trilogy had a really
yeah,
nice. Yeah, I had a really
yeah, with
nice
Bruce
game that
Willis. Yeah.
reminded me of it. All right, so break down this process of trying to understand why you weren't accepted on Quest. Has it been frustrating for you, and
Mm,
how have you handled it?
quite frustrating because we are not used to this process. We've tried before Sony's creation process that for us it was hard, but I think fair. They put a lot of conditions and requirements for you to be able to upload to their platform, but it's like a list that you have to do on more technical requirements than artistic requirements. They don't get into your vision of the game or something. It's technical requirements. You have a list that you have to improve your game to be able to get to some FPS per second, uh, something like that. You want your game in their platform, you have to be able to get to this. But with Oculus for the Quest Store, we don't know. It's all very dark for us. They rejected us, but we don't know why. That's our main problem.
And they
And
encouraged you to join Oculus Start, and that have you
yes,
gotten any
and
additional guidance through that?
I joined just a week ago or 2 weeks ago. But what I found there was a forum with more other developers giving their opinions. That I find if you are starting making a game or you are some indie developer working alone, I find it very useful. But no real Oculus insights. I've contacted some people from Oculus that they give you some feedback, but the initial replies that I found was more about the our vision of the game. They want something more deep with a story. I don't know if it's real requirements to get into a store or just the opinion of a person. But if that's what we have to do to get into the Oculus Store, I think it's a little arguable because
Mm.
we want the game to be just fast paced action shooter, and you don't have to think of anything about bad shooting.
Well, let me recap for everyone out there and tell me if I'm wrong on this or if I've got everything
Yeah.
sort of understood about where you are. So you've spent a fair amount of time on Crisis Brigade 1, and you're moving on to Crisis Brigade 2. You've
Yes.
got it on a couple platforms. You've been able to get it onto side quest. But until now, you've been a free product. It's still going to be a free product going forward for SideQuest users, but you are asking you've launched an itch.io page for people to donate and support your work as you move on and try to think about the future. So, based on the response to that and to your latest build, you could make changes to your development going forward based on how things go. But you're going to be thinking about Steam and PSVR from here on out. And if you're able to make it on SideQuest, make sort of a go at making some money, maybe you'll put some resources there. But it sounds like it's fairly difficult to consider Quest and put a lot of time into Quest without getting that platform support. And so
Yeah.
there's sort of an open-ended question here right now as to how much support you see through Itch for your project. Is that a fair summation of where you guys are right now?
Yeah. You got everything right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and good luck
Thank
in
you
the
for having
future.
me.
And there's a lot of people out there that love your project, love your work, and want to see more of it. I think the biggest complaint, and I guess we could end here, is the amount of content in your work.
Yeah.
And so I think I understand why you're going this route. Do you think you'll be able to address that in number two?
The month we're making some of the same approach with two, but as we are a small team, we can upgrade it and upload some new levels, see as we go. But the first release was just one level when we come live, and this one will be three levels and co-op just from the beginning.
Hmm,
So I think it's
that's cool. There's a lot to build on there. So you could build from once you get that out, you can do a lot more on top of that. Is that right?
yeah, it's all right.
Well, cool. Thank you so much for joining us, and good
Thank
luck
you for having me.
with your isolation. And wish you the
Yeah,
best. Thank you.
thank you.